Red Dusk is a mod which imagines a world where the Soviet Union barely survives into the new millennium. But there are some other changes as well, such as Yugoslavia also surviving, although barely. And today I'll be focusing on Yugoslavia as we start as a country on the brink of collapse, all the way into becoming a Balkan superpower. Currently in Yugoslavia, Bosnian and Kosovo rebels are fighting the military every day in an attempt to secede. Pair that with a weak economy and heavy debt, the risk of us collapsing any day now is very high. But in Yugoslavia, the next Congress of Communists is coming up, giving us a chance to elect a new leader for Yugoslavia. Our current president is Milosevic, and to fix Yugoslavia, he has tried to implement a reformed communism similar to the Chinese model. But as we can clearly see, what might work for some countries won't always work for others. So to fix Yugoslavia, I decided to get the classical communists in power. But after the results were announced at the Communist Congress, President Milosevic, in an attempt to cling on to power, declared the results of the Congress null. This caused a revolution within Yugoslavia, which ended up with Milosevic succeeding power to the new President Ivan. After the new president came into power, as much as I wanted to fix the economy and the rebellions, we had more pressing problems to deal with. Because even though Milosevic ceded power, that does not mean all of his influence has disappeared, as there is still a large number of his loyalists in the government, so unless we want to get overthrown, we need to destroy the opposition first. There was a series of political decisions we had to take, and originally I thought it would be similar to Stalin's purges, but the difference with this one is that it was too easy. So after doing that, we could finally focus on our economy and the rebels. We started with the rebels as they were the most pressing problem. There were two options we could take. We could either negotiate or fight with the rebels, but predecessor Milosevic already tried fighting them, and it only made things worse. So to try to get a better result, we're going to try negotiating with the rebels. During the negotiations, the rebels made a list of demands such as more autonomy and released prisoners of war. And since we wanted things to go well, we agreed to almost everything except their demands to release our political prisoners. Luckily for us, they were happy enough with the negotiations and stopped rebelling. So now it's time to fix our economy. And the first thing I did to fix our economy was to sort of decentralize it, as our previous economy was too Serbian-centric. Then we also implemented the mass use of computers and made new mass industrialization campaigns. But even though all of these things made our economy better, after a while, I decided that the best way to recover our economy is to reconquer our lost lands of Croatia and Slovenia, as they broke away from us years earlier. So we prepared our army to fight. To prepare for the war in Croatia and Slovenia, we first switched from civilian to military factories. Then we also decided to destabilize Croatia before waging war on them. And a few days before declaring war, we cut all diplomatic communication between our country and theirs. So, a few days later, we began the focus to deal with the breakaways. Now that we had finished conquering them, Yugoslavia is united once more. But that's when we look down to Bulgaria and Albania, as after World War II, there was an idea called the Greater Yugoslavia idea, where we would unite all the southern Slavs. And now we are finally in a position to make it come true. When we started our invasion of Albania, it was extremely easy, as they had an extremely weak army compared to ours. And the same was true for Bulgaria, as they had just left the Warsaw Pact, so they had nobody they could turn to for protection. So we easily conquered them as well. Now we are finally truly united all of the southern Slavs. Thanks for watching my video. Please like, subscribe, and share with your family and friends.